Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, tariffs in this week's show, the business show. Okay. So, if you're a business owner like I am, you're probably at least aware of this tariff war going on between America and everybody else, but particularly America and China. It's not about politics. It's not about, leaders and prime ministers and presidents. It's just about the topic of tariffs. Are they good? Are they bad? Is it going to hurt us or not? So, tariffs are not a bad thing in and of themselves. I mean, they've been around for thousands of years and it's just a tax. So, however, of late, we have an issue where a lot of people think now with the tariff wars going on, our country's going to charge this country 10%, 80%, 100%, 3,000%, 10%, 2%, 5%, who knows, right? It's arbitrary. People just pull numbers out of their ass. And I think without being studied and without understanding and without having a consensus, what we're doing is not really. I don't. It's not that it's bad or good. It's certain parts of it can be good. The way it's being done is not the right way. Like I said, it's not being studied. It's not being well thought out. But there will be some good that comes of it. Like we'll be able to muscle and kick around a smaller country or smaller countries, and they're coming around these small countries. But you expect that, right? Because this is another type of war. So of course we're going to punch down and beat a lot of these small countries up. However, the 800-pound gorilla in the room is China. We're not going to push them around, and this is a big problem because um, I had a friend of mine say to me, "Well, what's the big deal? Hey, they're gonna just, they're gonna move their iPhones company. They're gonna move the iPhone warehouse, and they'll move it to another country. Bing, bang, boom, and that's it. Things will be cheaper. Whatever. It's not a big deal." Okay, let's break it down. First off, you can take iPhone, you can take Nike, you can take whatever you like, but we'll say iPhone, right? First off, you think that iPhone is just going to be like, yeah, the tariffs are so high. So, guys, hey, let's just pack everything up and we'll move. See you tomorrow. The iPhone factory, which, by the way, Apple does not make iPhone. It's a company called Foxconn, a Chinese company. And so the plant in China that makes, or the multiple plants that make the iPhone or Apple products in general are mega, mega, mega. They're like 17 malls in one. Okay. Like they're huge. Apple's just not going to pick up and go. It's impossible. Even if they want to, that would take years and years and years and years and years. So the tariffs are going to hurt a lot of people. The increased tariffs, I should say, because now China is going to impose them on us. We're going to impose them on them. We're going to impose them on us. So it's common sense. If I smack you, what are you going to do? You're going to smack me. I smack you, you smack me, I smack. Unless, of course, you're smacking down and you're hitting someone who's smaller than you. And these tariffs that we're raising on other countries, yes, they're acquiescing, like, oh, I'm sorry, we'll work with you. I guess that's fine. But it's almost inconsequential because they're so small. The big gorilla, almost everything that we do and we eat, we consume, we buy stuff and toys and electronics and everything is almost everything, like 90 something percent is China. So China's going to raise them back. So you can't just get up and go. Okay. You can't just move the iPhone factory, bing, bang, boom, and then we'll see you tomorrow. It's not going to happen like that. Even if they wanted to, you're looking at 5 to 10 years. Okay. Second, so we're going to feel the pain. Okay. We're just going to feel the pain. The other thing is, me as a business owner, okay, if I have a rise in my tariff, okay, I'm not absorbing that. I'm a business owner, okay? I own an entertainment company. So if I buy new, whatever, microphones and speakers or wires, and those prices go up, I'm not absorbing those prices. I'm passing them on to who? I always pass them on to my customer. That's business. I'm not taking that. It's cost of doing business. Anything that goes up gets passed on to a customer. So if anybody thinks like, oh yeah, no, people, who's going to absorb it? Who? Who's going to absorb it? Who's going to absorb it? Not the producer, not the government, not the business. It's going to be the consumer who absorbs it. And that's going to be tough because a lot of things are going to start to rise in prices. And like I said, you can't just snap your fingers and move a factory tomorrow or next year even. It's not some little Chinese lady sewing a Nike sneaker. It's mega factories with mega computers and mega robots and humans. And actually, believe it or not, and I don't want to hear this, but they're skilled at making the iPhone and the sneakers and stuff like that. So you got to get all that out. And where are you going to move it? To India? Okay. Who do you think? India is going to be like, yeah, we're just going to charge you 50% less than China. No, they're going to be like, oh, come to India and we'll charge you less, a penny. So your iPhone, instead of costing $1,200, it's going to cost $1,199. India is not going to be like, we'll just drop the price. Like, no, they want to get close to what China gets. So where's the advantage there? Comes to America, that's cool. Then the prices go up because we have unions and laws that China doesn't have. And yes, people will have jobs. I think the best thing to do here is you don't disturb the asbestos, but give people incentives to no longer make anything in China. So all the businesses that are thinking about making new warehouses somewhere or new assembly plants somewhere, sweeten the pot for them to stay in America. Boom. That's a lot easier than, punitive damages to a company. And even if they leave China, if Apple leaves China, that's like a decade. We're not even going to see any benefit. And then when we do, the benefit's not going to be like, well, the iPhone was $1,200. Now it's just $50. It's going to be $3,000, whatever it is. Like, there's no real win. We're going to absorb the cost. So, and again, I'm not saying don't have tariffs, but I think it has to be done in a logical, studied way. And, there's other ways to skin a cat, so to speak. You can give incentives to stay in America, things like that. And by the way, America, I own a business. I have friends who make stuff, okay? Everything from nuts and bolts and T-shirts or whatever. They go to China because it's cheaper, meaning my friends are greedy. It's not enough for my friend to make $2 million a year. He has to make $2,500,000 a year because it's never enough. So we are guilty, us Americans. China didn't ask. China didn't force us to make our shit there. We gladly bend over for them. So that's on us, man. Us Americans gotta, stop, man. Like, make our stuff here in America. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's going to cost more, but you keep the jobs here. And again, the government can give us incentives to stay here too, instead of going to a tariff war that's only going to hurt who? The consumer. Because I, as a business owner, I'm not absorbing it. I'm just not. I've been in business 31 years, so I'm not absorbing shit. I'm going to pass on to my customers. That's how business is done. So whether it's a cup of coffee or sneakers or T-shirts or hats, like, it's always going to get passed on to the consumer. That's that. So I don't see the advantage of this tariff war. And if there is any advantage, it's not coming within the next 5 years. So we're all going to hit. It's going to be hard. And most Americans don't even have savings. Most Americans live paycheck to paycheck. They cannot withstand 5 years of extreme increases. They can't. So this is not I don't know. It's not a win. It's not good. If anything, maybe we should tell everybody, hey, let's go and lower our tariffs. We lower ours, you lower yours. Not I raise mine, you raise yours. Why not lower it? You want to help people boost the economy, maybe lower taxes in other ways, right? What? You know what I mean? So it's, I think it's, like I said, tariffs are a way of life, but I think the way it's been done is I don't think it's been well thought out. So, yeah, I want to know what you guys think. I don't know. What do you like, and it, like I said, we're all going to feel it within the next couple of months. It's going to be bad. It's not going to be a couple cents here and there. It's going to be like, whoa, what the hell? So can of soda is what? A pair of sneakers are what? T-shirt is what? New phone is what? Television is what? New car is what? Like, it's going to be bad. And like I said, if there's any good that comes out of it, we're not seeing anything for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And I think it has to be a multifaceted approach. I think you have to give people incentive tax breaks to stay in America. That'd probably be the best thing to do. And also companies, don't be so greedy. Anyways, all right. What you think, folks? Tell me. Okay. Good luck with your business. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.